Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next question of our daily answer writing practice series. And the question we are going to discuss today is what is Arnon and Stott criteria for plant nutrient essentiality? So as you all know that Arnon and Stott has given three criteria for plant nutrient essentiality, and these criteria were given in 1939 as mentioned in question. So what are those criteria? We have to mention them. And the second part of the question is give the account of forms of each essential plant nutrient element absorbed by plants. So you all know all the essential nutrients are absorbed by plants in different forms. For example, when you see nitrogen, so nitrogen is mostly absorbed in nitrate form. So we have to like this we have to write all forms of all the plant essential plant nutrients in the forms in which they are observed by the plants. So this is what we have to discuss in today's question, and this was asked in this year's UPSC CSE agriculture optional paper, that is 2024 CSE agriculture optional paper. And I think this question was asked before also, both the questions when it comes to Arnon Stott criteria for essentiality or essential plant nutrients, how they are absorbed, are asked before also. And I have in several videos I have discussed about these things. If you look at the static videos, I have in detail described there the Arnon and Stott criteria and other things. So the students who have seen my videos would have been easily able to write these answers, although remembering all the nutrients and their forms is a bit difficult, but yes, there is no option, we have to remember, especially of the important elements you should remember those. So when it comes to Arnon and Stott, so let's see how can we approach the answer. So when it comes to Arnon and Stott, they actually describe the 16 essential macronutrients. Okay, sorry, 16 essential nutrients. 16 essential nutrients and divided into two groups, that is macronutrients and micronutrients. So macro, that is MA, macronutrients means with the nutrients which are required in high amounts, that is nitrogen and PK especially will come in example here. And macronutrients, the nutrients which are required in low amounts. For example, we can see here iron, molybdenum, all these are micronutrients. So this is how Arnon and Stott divided the essential nutrients. Now we will see the criteria for plant nutrient essentiality, on which criteria they divided it. So these are the three criterias which you should know on which Arnon and Stott divided the plant nutrients. So first criteria is that a deficiency of an essential nutrient makes it impossible for the plant to complete the vegetative or reproductive stage of its life. So if one of its essential nutrient is deficient, then it makes impossible for the plant to complete its life, either it be vegetative phase of its life or reproductive phase of its life. So that nutrients is must for plant during its growth and life. Okay, growth and development. So this was the first criteria. When you look at the second criteria is the deficiency of element is very specific to the element in question, and the deficiency can be corrected, prevented only by supplying the particular element. Suppose there is deficiency of nitrogen, so it can be corrected by supplying only nitrogen. Okay, although there are some instances where this is not 100% correct, but the time when Arnon and Stott has given this, that was correct that time. Okay, because now you can see that some element can be replaced by other elements, some especially in micronutrients, not in macro ones, but in macro ones there are chances that they can be replaced, but very little chances. Okay, so you should keep this in mind. So the second point is that if there is deficiency of a particular element, that deficiency can be corrected by supplying that particular element only. So this is the second criteria which you should know. The third criteria is the element must directly be involved in nutrition and metabolism of plant, directly be involved in metabolism and nutrition of the plant, and have a direct influence on plant apart from its possible effects in correcting some microbiological or chemical conditions of the soil or other cultural medium. So the third criteria is that the elements should be directly involved in nutrition and metabolism of a plant. There are various elements which are indirectly involved, so that will be not considered as essential elements. For being an essential element, the element should be directly involved. Either it would be some parts of the plants, either it would be some process in plants. For example, for certain kinds of photosynthesis, glycolysis, or other things, some certain elements are required. So it should be directly involved. So these are the three criteria of an essentiality given by Ebnan and Stott in 1939. So I hope you understand it. Now let's see the second part of the question, which is asking about us of in which forms the essential nutrients are absorbed by plants. So we will see the forms of each essential nutrient. So first you will see the six important micronutrients, that is nitrogen. So nitrogen is generally absorbed in nitrate form, but it is also absorbed in ammonia form sometimes. But here you should know in maximum amount of nitrogen is absorbed in nitrate form, that is NO3 minus. But sometimes it is also absorbed in ammonia form. When it comes to phosphorus, it is absorbed in dihydrogen phosphate form and hydrogen phosphate form. So you can simply write this and try to remember this, add these in notes. Okay, and that criteria of essentiality is also very important. That is why I have written the complete sentences, so that there is no confusion among you, because these are the specific criteria given by Arnon installed, so you should be specific in writing these. Okay, that is why I have written the complete sentences. So phosphorus is absorbed in dihydrogen phosphate and hydrogen phosphate forms. When it comes to potassium, it is absorbed in the forms of potassium ions. Next macronutrient is calcium. It is absorbed in form of calcium ions. Magnesium is absorbed in form of magnesium ions. That is, keep the valency in mind, that is Ca2 plus Mg2 plus. Okay. When it comes to sulfur, it is absorbed in form of sulfate ions, that is SO4 2 minus. Now we will see the form in which some micronutrients are absorbed. So first micronutrient is iron. It is absorbed in forms of ferrous ions or ferric ions. Okay. Manganese is absorbed in forms of manganese ions. Zinc is absorbed in forms of zinc ions. Copper is absorbed in form of copper ions. Boron is absorbed in forms of borate ions and boric acid. This is important here, boric acid. Molybdenum is absorbed in forms of molybdate ions, chlorine in chloride ions, and nickel in nickel ions. So these are the important macro and macronutrients, that is both macro and micronutrients, and these are the forms in which they are absorbed. So I hope you understood the both part of the question, and you understood how to structure this answer and how to write this answer. So this was all for today. I hope you like the answer. So if you like it, please press the like button, please to share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis, and if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.